crisis. What are the problems that money has caused for us in our society today? As good as money is, there are a lot of harmful things that money has caused for us in our today's world. And in today's video, we are going to give us 8 things that money have caused for us in a very harmful way. And I want you to sit down, relax, and let us go through these educational videos together. Today, we are going to talk about money crisis. Apparently, it looks as if money has done more harm than good to society if we examine this money crisis that occurred in our world today. So, nobody can deny the flexibility, the unilateral regulations, the legal acceptability, the easy exchange that comes with money. But on the other hand, there are some notable disadvantages that come with the use of money in society today. So I believe that there are a lot of good things: the flexibility, the regulations, the legal stability, the the easier way of exchange that money has brings for us. We can't deny that, but unfortunately, on the other side, there are other harmful things that money has caused for us in society today. And today we are going to examine these things together, one after the other. Um, if you have been following our teaching on this financial series, there are a lot of things we have been talking about money here and there. And today we have get to the stage of examining the money crisis. The money crisis. So, number one, the first crisis that money has caused today is that money, money is being regulated by few powerful individuals. Yes, money is regulated by few powerful individuals. What do I mean by that? You see, one of the most intriguing things about money is that the overall regulations that affect the economy of many people is done by few privileged and powerful individuals. Yes, you see that the regulation of money does not involve everybody. It only involved the few privileged and powerful individuals. And since money is being spent by everybody, not by few people, yet individuals' opinion are not outsourced to determine an effect. So if you want to regulate uh, a monetary system or fiscal policy, they normally include individual persons on ground to ask them what do they know, what do they feel like. No, you just feel like just few powerful individuals just sit down and take the decision on behalf of millions and even billions of people. Do that now. But rather only few powerful people decide on what affect the head of many people. So then how won't we have poverty, hardship, inflation, if corrupt people decided to take the power to regulate what affects millions or billions of people? So when we check carefully, critically, the money as a tool, and there's money as a system. I said this in our last video. There's money as a tool, there's money as a system. But the problem here is that if money is being regulated only by few powerful individuals, how are we sure that these powerful individuals are going to regulate this money that will be benefit for everybody? And these are the critical things we have to check very well before we agree that money is a total blessing for human. On the other hand, money is bring easy accessibility and all of that. But on the other hand, money brings hardship because we can't trust the decisions of few powerful privileged individuals who were just chosen by the arm of the government or arm of the government agency to take decisions that will affect thousands, millions, even billions of people. see that now. Are we not sure that these people are going to take a decision that will benefit only people that are in power? See that now. So that means money can be a crisis when decisions that is being made to regulate money is only to benefit few powerful individuals. And you will now see, if you check around the world, especially the third world countries, you will see that the way money is regulated, uh, the hardship, the poverty, the inflation is centered around the regulations of money, the use of money. And when only few powerful individuals are given that privilege, then we should rest assured that we are not going to have a robust decisions on what best. I know that we can say, okay, these are people that understand economics, they understand human behavior, they understand things about uh, people that I agree. But on the same thing, I found out that these people on the other hand, they only regulate the money so that they will be the most beneficiary of it. And when you see our fiscal policies, our economic regulations, we see that this money is not in circulated hardship, inflations, and all of that happens because the privilege to regulate the money that we in a way that will benefit everyone is not a privilege that is for everybody. So the number one money crisis we have is that the one of the problem money has caused society is that only few people have the power to regulate it, and when they regulate it just to favor few powerful individuals. So these are this is number one money crisis I found out that is affecting the world right now. Then the second money crisis I found out is inflation. Inflations. Without explaining much on that, I believe that many of us understand what inflation means. We know what inflation means. So another crisis that happens to money is inflation, and this has crippled many people's financial power. Yes, inflation has crippled many people's financial power. Not because they will not move, but know how a cripple work. They move, but it's a very slow pace, and they often get tired because all the energy was centered for movement. So increase in general level of price, increase in cost of living, several commodities price hike, and many more has been causing damages to the economy and and finances of individuals. It has contributed to the economy and the finances of individuals. So many wicked, influential people stand in a room and increase the price of things in the market without consulting anyone, and this has led to hardship in land. You see that now. And they knew, because the way money works is that money is a legal tender. And how to affect money is to make sure you be to increase price, inflation. And I said earlier that one of the problem of this is that some people can just sit down somewhere and they decide what kind of price they're going to put on a goods or a commodity, and before you know it, everybody begins to shout. And the problem is not about the goods. The goods remain the same. And many of the time, the goods will remain the same value, the same quality, the same quantity, the same content, but different prices. That means the problem is never the goods or product. The problem is the price tag that is given on it. And the price tag is a consumer behavioral pattern. It is creating consumer behavioral pattern whereby people are being controlled because money is generally acceptable and it's a legal tender. So people know that they can't control commodities, they can't control goods or services. What they can control is the money that has been placed on the price tag that have been placed on it. The price tag that have been placed on it. So that's why one of the crises. That's why these things it doesn't happen during the regime of trade by barter, because there's no inflation then. Trade by barter just simply that I have what you need, you have what I need, then we exchange. So I need shoe, but I have clothes. You have shoe, but you don't have clothes. I give you to give me shoe. So there's no inflation. There's nothing because the commodity remain the same. The quantity remain the same. But you find that by the time money was brought into the picture, people begin to put different prices. That's why the prices of bread 5 years ago is not the same price of bread now. The same quality of bread, same price, same shape, same weight, and then different prices. And then you ask me, what changed? The raw material that I've been using since past 1 year for making bread is the raw material. Nothing is added, nothing is removed. But we just hear somewhere that you just put money on raw material, then the chain started roaming again. Look at egg. Before you can buy egg as low as I don't even know the amount they're selling in your area. But you find out that sooner or later it will begin to increase in price. And you can when you dig down, you see that the problem starts from the chicken feed. And what they are using to produce the chicken feed is still the same thing. But you find that by the time they put the price, more price on the chicken feed, the people that do poultry, they too add more money to it. Then by the time the best lay egg, they go put more money on the egg. And the cycle continues. Now to go down to the root, ask the people that produce chicken feed, what change? Not change. They just put price on it. So these have become many money crises that we have. Many crises that come with money. These are many crises that have come with money again and again. Inflation. You just sit down, you just sleep today, and tomorrow you wake up, you just see that the price of something have gone up. No reason, explanation, nothing. You just put more price on it. See that now. Sometimes it is understandable if it is governmental policy or tax that are given to it, but there's no increase of tax, nothing. People just wake up with more money and say, okay, I'm selling this thing for $2. Now it becomes $2 50 bucks, and then that's so. Time to it. I'm selling this thing for 10,000 naira, and the wake up tomorrow is no more 10,000 naira, it's just 12,000 naira, just like that. What reason? No reason. I just feel like increasing it, because that's what it means. Although many of them we find a lie around it. This thing is expensive. Nothing expensive. Where did the expensive thing start? Nothing. Nothing. And the change. And sometimes in a country like Nigeria, one of the things that make us have inflation is petroleum, because it look like though radically petroleum has become a value chain around many economies, around many commodities. So people see uh, uh, petroleum as an easy target for their reason to increase prices. You see that now. So finally, with these strategies, wicked men will always succeed in inflating market prices, because money has become a tool that affects everyone. So any attack on money is an attack to everyone. That means if they attack money, they have attacked everybody. So what they do, they knew that they can't attack the commodity market. What they can do is to attack the price that are being placed of that commodity, because as far as commodities are concerned, there's a commodity that I may not need. But when you affect the price on it, it will affect everybody. Now, let me say, okay, if I don't have it, I shouldn't be worried about petrol or anything. I shouldn't worry about the price of motor going up or anything. But about the motorcycle, I shouldn't worry about price of fuel going up. But one thing they will do is that they will go and tamper with the price of the fuel, so that as far as your life is depending on one place or another, you will see, even if you don't have a car, you are going to board a public transport, and public transport will find a way to make profit, so they have to put more money on the transport fare. You see that now? So the problem is not actually the commodity, the problem is the price that was being put on the commodity. So one of the problems we find out in money is that it has brought a lot of crisis, here and there. It has brought a lot of crisis here and there. And then people knew that this inflation has become one of the problems that come with the introduction of money. Economists knew this, but they will not say it out. But they knew that one of the problems of humanity, that money was regulated to become legal tender. Although it brought instability, it brought easy transaction, but at the same time it has brought many problems to the world. So that's it. So the third money crisis we have is loss of value, or what we call devaluation. See, loss of value, or what we call devaluation. So with respect to many countries' economic strength in competing for global wealth, money money always suffer devaluation or loss of value against each other during exchange rate and also economic meltdown. In some cases, the currency of America dollar is so strong against Nigerian naira, both the official rate and also the parallel market, since the advent of the 21st century. Yeah. And this have affected the value of naira as a local currency, because international trade and commerce mostly done with the use of American dollar. It may not even be only naira, it may be some other uh maybe for some other currencies as well, because international trade and commerce are mostly done by American dollar, with use of American dollar. So you will always, when the American dollar rise against the local currency, most of the result is that it become the local currency become valueless. It become valueless. Or sometimes some country can wake up and devalue their currency. The same way Ghana did years ago. Ghana had to devalue their cities so that it can gain another relevant again. And that's what they 4 zeros, of is it 4 or 5 zeros now, before they begin to gain their traction back. So this devaluation crisis that come with money has bring adverse effects upon individual finances and business projects, which bureaus have not found adequate solutions to the problem to date, especially at the parallel line of usage of money. You see that now. So devaluation have become one of the problems that come with money. Before, in the old days, even in the trade barter systems, there's no need for devaluation of anything, because you can't just devalue a commodity by yourself. That you can devalue the commodities. There's never been a time where people devalue the commodity before. It's only devalues the use of each currency. So each currency, I think most of us in Africa, we have faced a lot of devaluations and a lot of loss of value in our currencies. I think also in Latin America, if I could remember, I can't remember that country now. I don't know if it's in Mexico or Peru. I can't really figure out, is that Mexico or Peru or something like that. there is of Venezuela, either of those Latin American countries. I think money becomes useless. Yeah, money becomes so useless. Money becomes so useless there because their money lost value. Does not, you can't buy anything. They have thousands and millions of it, but you can't even buy one bread and two eggs. So that now, I think in Africa too, I think Zimbabwe, yes, Zimbabwe, if I'm correct, Zimbabwe. I think Zimbabwe too, they face that. I think they face that crisis also, whereby their currency they have to go and print $1 trillion on one note, 1 trillion Zimbabwe dollar on one note, and still yet it still doesn't have enough value that it's supposed to have. You see that now. So the problem with money is that it has brought a lot of devaluations, a lot of devaluation and loss of value. Many African countries are in this issue. Many Latin American countries are in this issue as well. So money has brought loss of value or devaluation. Number four, crisis that money has brought into our world today is it has become the center for loss. And I want to say this to many Christians that are hearing me. Uh, one of the problems that comes with money is that it has become center for loss. It has become the focus for worshipping mammon. Money has become everything now. If you, by the time you talk with 4 5 people, all of them, by the time you talk for 1 hour or 2 hours, there will be something around money inside that conversation. It has become the center for everybody. It has become our sharp focus away from normal life things. It has our sharp focus have been drifted away from things that are seen around us, from beautiful sight of nature to money. So the waking up early of people and coming late at night is centered around money. People do night shift. People do overshift. People do uh, uh, overtime. People do all kind of things just to make money. Do that. And one thing that when a thing becomes a generally acceptable substance, it draws everybody's attention. Whenever a thing becomes a generally acceptable substance, that thing withdraws everybody's attention. So everybody has begin to pursue money. Everybody has begin to race to pursue money. And remember, let me see you that barter system again. In barter system of exchange, nobody work for money. You only work for what you need, and you are cool with life. Nobody wake up and say, I'm going to work for money. No, you work out, go to farm, do some things, and then you work, and then you only work for what you need. And if you don't need them, you find somebody who can exchange. That's all. So nobody pursue money, but now everybody has begin the pursuit to pursue money, including the wise, the fool, the idiot, the lazy, the hardworking, the educated, the literate, the young folk, and even the old wagon seek to have money now. Everybody, the foolish one, the wise one, the hardworking one, the lazy one, the young one, the old wagon, everybody, because it has become center for loss. This is money crisis. So everyone is desperate to go extreme lengths to possess money in abundance. So the living of home in the money and the coming back in the night of many people is only centered around money. Basically, that's just it. So nothing has really become the center of pursuit of men than money. I've never seen anything like that. Is why the Bible says, "Ye cannot worship God and mammon." That's a very powerful statement. Very, very powerful statement, because God knows that in our today, God knows, and Jesus even knows that in our today's world, money has become the epicenter of everything. The motives of many things are centered around money. And now, before, even though you don't want to pay attention to your finances or making money, life has been designed in a way that you have to pay bills. In one way, you have to pay bills. In one way or the other, people have to work extra hard to make sure that their bills is being paid. And now everybody is now working for that same money to bail them out of their misery, their poverty, their hardship. You know, people use money to buy honor for themselves. People use money to buy respect. People use money to buy power, political office. Use money. It has become the center for us. So people can sell their integrity, they can sell their loyalty, they can betray one another just for the same money. Now, so the advent of money has become a solely object of loss because it seems like all other things in the world are almost slave to money. So our corrupt society believes when you possess money, there are many other things you can possess as well. So that's why the fool, the idiot, the white, the thief, the illiterate, the educated, the slave, the master, the old, young, ignorant, knowledgeable, hardworking, lazy ones have centered their life in pursuit after money day and night, up to the extent to which many people, including believers, goes to the coven of darkness to have that money by force. Obviously, when a thing has become the object of lust, it has added a tool. That it has also become a tool for them. That is why the Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil. The Bible rightly says so. Yeah, rightly says so. That the love of money is the root of all evil. Yes, and it's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. Everybody is illiterate, educated, lazy, hardworking, poor, broke, rich, knowledgeable, ignorant, young, old, thieves, wise people, lazy, everybody now. As we are waking up to how to make money, how to have more money. It has become the center for us, the epicenter for evil. That's why betrayers are many. That is why people are selling their dignity, they sell their lives, they sell their integrity, they sell anything just to make sure that they possess money. So everyone want to have money in their possession. That's what we call center for loss. So anything people are drawn into apart from God that become the center for loss. And the way world has programmed it, you have to need some money to survive in this earth. You need some money to survive in this earth. Number 5, money has become crime, the object for crime, fraud, and theft. So one of the crises that money has brought to us is that not because that time too there were cities somehow, but I don't think things were up because I heard the story of the evolution of money that you can gather your commodity, your goods, just put it there, and then you enter, you leave it there, and then anybody that wants to buy it will just put the money there, buy whatever they want, and go their way. But now you can't do that. As you are putting the goods there, the goods will disappear immediately. So people are going to steal it. I read that sometimes years back, the people, if you lost money, you will meet it there. Everybody will take it. But now, in fact, you together with your money, they're going to carry you together. So the introduction of money and you see, money has become the center focus. It has now bring increase in crime, increase in fraud, increase in theft, especially with the advent of internet. So the greatest decadence that plagues the society through money is that it makes people vulnerable to criminal attacks as well. and such as thieves, theft, fraud, scams. The target of many fraudsters and thieves is after money. So whenever money is in your pocket, you are a potential recipient of criminal currencies. And sadly, most crime rates recorded in human history happen around money issue. If you go and check, most of the crime rate that was recorded in human history is centered around money. Thief, theft, fraud, stealing, corruption, everything. Why do you have many politicians in office today? What are they doing there? Nothing. They're just there stealing money. If you remove money from political office now, nobody will be willing to serve anything. You will now know that people that say they want to serve people, they're not actually ready to serve. They're just after what they are going to have. They're just after what they're going to have. So the rise of many drug dealers and other theft activities are happening because many people want to make money and be rich. And if we remove the usage of money out of the activities of man, suddenly we will see that certain devilish activity will cease in their own accord, and Satan will have stronger force to trap men for his great exploit. If you remove money now from the world, let's okay, part of the thing we're using today, money is not part of it. You will see that some crime will stop because the drive of many people is just money. The women money is removed from the equation. I don't know what will be introduced to replace money, but if money is removed from our civilization, you will see that some crimes will stop, some fraudulent acts will stop, some sexual activity will stop, because the epicenter for that thing is actually money. And when money is removed, you no longer have any drive towards anybody. You see how easy life will be. You see how easy people will go. People who are subject to many attacks are just a target because they have money. There's no poor person. Or I've never seen a armed robber or a thief that want to rob a person before, because it's not to collect from him. He has nothing. The rich has to be the target. Someone that have not eaten for since 2 days ago, and go and rob that person, does not have anything to give, except you are going to collect the clothes in his body or her body, and that's all. Anything apart from that. But once you make money, you become a target, a crime target for people to make sure that they dupe you, or they forcefully collect money from your pocket by duress. You see that now. So the fifth, or the sixth problem money has caused in our world today, the sixth crisis money has brought to our world today, is it has become the bait for corruption and disintegration. Money has become the bait for corruption and disintegration. And without any gainsaying, the integrity, loyalty, and allegiance that many people have to their master or to their country, their organization, their political office, or any areas of function has been bought by money. And those good virtues has been replaced by corruption. People have sold their integrity, they have sold their loyalty, they have sold their allegiance just for money. So there is a saying that everybody has a price tag, but your own price can only be very high. And similarly, in today's Christianity, it looks like Satan is ready to pay any price to get any believer to fall into corruption and denounce his faith for Christ. And also, Satan is there for desperate to have huge price to make a slave to sell his master, and make a politician to commit corruption by looting public funds, or to make a lawyer to commit treason against his country or a organization, and to make Christians to commit immorality, compromise their standard, swallow church funds, or renounce their faith unto perdition. Integrity is the highest standard of character, and Satan is ready to pay any price for it through the bait of money. I read that so that we can understand what I'm saying. That bait for corruption and disintegration, bait for corruption and lack of integrity is what money has brought about it. It's easy to enter corruption. It's easy to buy corrupt people to your side because money is involved. Before, those things are not rampant because it's very hard for you to buy people's loyalty. It's very hard, very very hard for you to buy people's loyalty. But now it becomes easy because once you are in possess of money, then you have become a a potential uh, powerhouse to buy anybody to your side. So the people are willing to enter corruption so far as money is there, and those are the uh, problem we are facing most of it in African leaders and Latin America and almost part of Europe as well. We have corrupt office holders who lack integrity and also lack they have corruption. They have a lot of corruption, a lot of corruption, a lot of corruption. So uh, lack of integrity is mostly caused by money. Lack of loyalty is mostly caused by money. Lack of allegiance, people can't pay their allegiance and stand by it, have been bought by money. Sometimes people are paid to lie. Yeah, yes, people are paid to lie because once you give some people money, they can cook any kind of lie for you to believe. Money, money has become a bait to raise up false witnesses against people. So there's nothing money have not brought in, even in bad things. So these are just of the things that money has brought to our world today. It has brought a lot of it has made the rise of corrupt people and people who lack integrity. They are on the rise on daily basis. People don't care about their reputation again. They don't care about personality again. What they care is about the money that's going to enter their pocket. And it's not their fault. It's part of the money crisis that we have in our world today. And number seven, the seventh thing, the seventh thing that money has brought to our world today in times of crisis is that money is not a true compensation for labor. Not a true compensation for labor. Now, if we look from unbiased standpoint, we will see that many times, money runs to the foolish ones, while the wise is still sweating to do it. If you check from a very conservative standpoint, you see that money sometimes often runs to the foolish, and money and the wise people are even struggling hard to have it. And the illiterate are getting money easily, while the educated ones are not even yet get their bearing. Some are working hard under the sun for 8 hours, while some people work 3 hours under the shelter, but make 10 times of what the 8 hours man will work for in a year. Some people will be inside office receiving AC and for 3 hours. In fact, they are a remote job working from home. Yeah, they are going to make more money than somebody who is working under the sun for 8 hours. Now, with with no partiality. All these circumstances are not supposed to be so. Why? Because, and you may agree with me that money is not a true compensation of labor. It is the man that works hard that's supposed to have most money. But unfortunately, the reverse is the case sometimes. Although it's not always sometimes it's not true, but most times people who work less hard are having more money. People who work hard are not having much money. That means money is not a true compensation of labor. It's supposed to be that the more you work hard in any job, no matter how petty or how penny the job may be, in any job, the more you work hard, the more you're supposed to have money. But we found out that some people can be under AC in the office somewhere. They can in 1 hour make millions of dollars, and somebody will be in the sun for 8 hours and he has not even make up to $2. No, it's a certain reality. But those are the crises that money brought to our world today. Those are the crises that money has brought to our world today. So at this juncture, I will submit to you unashamedly that working hard does not mean you will be financially buoyant. See that now. It is only those who have the key that the door to the door that the door will open onto. The rule of money will not compensate how you work, but who you are. That means money is not true compensation for labor. The only true compensation of labor is who you are and who you have become. So if you want to think that the more you work hard, you are going to make more money, you are going to make a lot of error and big mistake, because money does not compensate you because you work hard. Money compensates you because of who you are and what you have become. Unfortunately, so, but that's why you need this teaching to change your mindset. So it's not about somebody can be sleeping and even in sleep, you still make more money than you, that you're under the sun. You get it now. So those are money crisis. It's not meant to be so, but happens to be so. So that now, so money is not only the money is not always the correct compensation for labor. Money is just a thing to tell you the kind of person you have become and the kind of the job you are doing. So those are one of the crises that have come with the usage of money. It's not a true compensation for labor. It's not a true reward for labor. And that is why I'll tell people that if everything you want to work for is just money, 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 you work hard a lot and you will be frustrated. You will do a lot of things and you will wonder why it does not work out. Not because you are actually doing anything wrong per se, but because you are not having correct mindset, or you are not become the correct model that money can see and run to. Or let me say you don't have correct system on ground that money can come into. So because money is not made, money is attracted, money is earned. You earn money, you don't work for money. And if your own mentality is to work for money always, you actually work for money, but you will still broke, because most of your work will really suffice you to just eat and do some few stuff. But people who earn money, people they earn it because they understand the system, they do the structure, they become something. Now. So money can be run away from some people and run towards some other person. Money can run away from some people and run towards some other person. Money can run away from one business and run towards another business. It depends on what you understand. You get it now. So that's one of the basis of money crisis, or what money have cost to our society today. And then the last thing that money has caused in our world today is that money have become a basis, is a basis for an entity establishment. One of the money crisis today is that it has become an entity, or let me say a basis for an entity establishment. What do I mean? Let me tell you something. It is evidently seen around the world today um, that many organizations, entities, institutions are established usually to make money. So the basis for the establishment of an entity is just to make money. That's what I mean. So the existence of many firms, business, entrepreneurial activities are found to make money and probably more money. So there's nobody that wants to enter one business today that don't have making money in that's involved. Although some people have a superior mindset of uh, making life beautiful for people, making life easier for people, but at the back end, they still have money making because you can't try to make life beautiful for people, you can't try to make life easy for people without you uh, without you making money. Because if you don't make money for it, you're going to get tired and you're going to back off. So for instance, clothing firm. Clothing firm are into clothing business because there is money in it. Remove money from it, then you find out it is only fewer or lesser people that will have the passion to do the business. And many people today will just be working naked. That's what the so remove money from establishment of a shoe company, and many of us will work barefooted. Exclude money from the existence of automobile farm, many of us will go back to the animal transportation of the old days. We go back to the animal transportation of the old days. That's just it. Because anything does not be to make money does not drive humans. Because human behavioral pattern as we have taught in economics. But for those of you who don't understand economics so well, understand what I'm saying right now. That if you remove money from establishing an entity, you see that in fact, many of those business, when they're no more making money, they go bankrupt. Some close down, some cease to function, some in debt. Because the back end is not back to mankind, the back end is to make money. Because in making the money, you are going to run the company more, even when they ask you. So any business that is established not to make money will cease to exist. That now. So inclusively, many people rush into ministry because of money as well. So, and if you remove the money from ministry as well, and you see that it will never look attractive to everyone anymore, you will begin to get people to do ministry and they will even answer you. Because some people's motive to do ministry is to make money in the first place. So only 5% of the world population goes into business to discover new inventions because of passion. The other 5% go into it because of money. We have our issue is full of inventors that have they invent many things, they discover many things, not because of money, but because of passion. They want to discover, they want to explore. And they're just 5%. People like Nikola Tesla, Albert Einstein, I've forgotten all these people. They enter these things not for money, but they want to discover new things, discover new laws of motion, physics, gravity, all of that. But the other 90% of people that go to do that same business, they go there to make money. They go there basically to make money. So, so if you remove money making from business, number one reality is that, and the truth is that the business will cease to exist. Either they go bankrupt, or they are in debt, or they close down. So anybody who is go into one business today that says it does not want to make money, it may not become a conviction. Like, people have different missions. They have 3 missions, they have 4 missions. Money may be at the back end, but you can't really say that you want to remove making money from your business. It will collapse. It will cease to exist. So one of that's the crisis that money have. That's why in our world today we don't have many discovery, many inventions anymore, because people in those days when people discover things, money have not really been center focus. In fact, money have not really become a center for loss then. So people can dedicate their whole life to discover a new law in physics. They can dedicate their own life to discover a new chemical for in chemistry. You get that now. They can dedicate their whole life to discover electricity, to discover railway, to discover engine, to discover solar, to discover iron work, to discover motorcycle work. People those people they don't do it for money. They just because those type money is not, people are contented. The value of money that time is not as high as now. You see that now. So in those days, people are motivated, they are passionate. That's why we saw people, they will be in the lab from morning till night, trying new invention, new tricks, trying new things. And this is why they did it, is because they want to make life beautiful. They want to do many things. They want to explore their minds. They want to go beyond what human can comprehend. Look at the Wright brothers, the one that invented aeroplane. When they started in 1914 or so, about they did those things not because they want to make money. They just stand up one day and say, okay, we want to develop a thing that can fly here. And basically, they just look at the birds flying around. I say, okay, if bird can fly on the air and without coming down, and it can come down at will, that means you can develop a transportation that can fly in the air. And when it's time, it can come down at will. People call both of them the mad people. They are mad. In fact, people, the way that go among their parents, their their two children are running mad. But they kept doing this invention. They kept doing it. They kept doing it. After 2 years, they discover what to do. And the first time after 2 years, they made the first plane, and the first plane flew for 15 seconds and came down. So the first plane flew for 15 seconds only and came down. And then they begin to improve on it. After a while, they found out that the wings of the plane were not flapped, so they had to close it and lock it in. So you look at the bird, how they lock their wings to swing and fly. They did the same thing, and it worked. And they begin to improve on it until now that plane have become a major means of transportation, especially from nation to nation. Before, if you want to travel from train from Nigeria or you go travel by train, you only go by ship, you go by the sea. Those are the major means of transportation between countries. Then is by ship. You go by ship. You go by ship, and that really means. But now you can by plane, very easy and fast. Ship can spend 3 months on water, but now in between 7, 6, 8, 9 hours or 10 hours, depending on where you are going, you go to reach another country in the same day. But before on ship, you have spent months, 3 months. I think I remember in 1946 or so, people traveled from Nigeria to England that time. They spent 6 months on the sea. 3 months on the sea. 3 months on the sea. You see that now. So, and in those years, money has not become a center for attraction. People are just going with their passion. They want to discover things to manage it. But now the motive is not the same. We still have people like that, but because of how the world has been wired now and how the evolution of money have taken place, if you want to invent anything now without making money, you will lose that, because even all the material you're going to use to invent it, it will still cost you money. Unless you want to invest in science now, I want to do one or two things, I will still apply some chemical, buy some machine, buy some things to make sure that I did a thorough research. You see that now. So at the bank end of of everybody who want to make money, who want to do a business, is that they want to make money from it. So anybody that want enter one entrepreneurial activities, enter one business, want to establish a company here and there, is just to make money. And even ministry is not exempted. Unfortunately, so many people are entering ministry to just make money, not because they have a core. And you see that their strategy is so clear. The way they do their ministry, they are in a hurry. And in their hurriness, they actually find the way, because anybody who is in a hurry without God's permission, they will actually make the money. Unfortunately, it will not be by God, but they will actually make the money. In any possible way they know in that wickedness. They will lie for it, they will swing people for it, they will do all kinds of things for it. They will even go to darkness and collect power to make that money. See that now? So that's how it is. So these are the 8 major crises that money has brought to our world today. So ranging from regulated by free powerful individuals to inflations to loss of value and devaluation to center for loss. Also, it has become a center for crimes, fraud, related acts, and theft. Also, that has become bait for corruption and disintegration. Also, money is not a true compensation for labor. And lastly, it has become the basis for an entity establishment. So these are the 6 major crises that have come with money. In fact, we agree that money has make life easy. There's no monopoly of buying and selling. It has it brings legal tender, you know, it brings legal tender. Flexibility is there. The unilateral regulation is there. We can't deny the fact that these things were good, but at the same time, money have brought another major disadvantage for what today that we cannot deny, because all these things are around us. All these things are around us, and most of these crises that money brought, it's not because people are faced by it, because the way people have engineered society, it has made sure that money has become I must have it, I must have it, I must have it for everybody. So everybody now clamoring around money, and that's why money has become the epicenter of everything. And when something becomes a epicenter of everything, people will kill for it, they will lie for it, they will do all manner of things to have it at disposal, to have it at their disposal. If by tomorrow we wake up and find out that clothes has become the epicenter, we think that money will lose value and people will begin to cherish clothes. Gone are those days when before money was introduced, they were using gold. That time people can kill themselves for gold. They can kill themselves for gold. Because gold has become the money standard. But by the time gold was taken uh, off paper, off monetary value, and paper was replaced, gold lost its value. Although now to some extent now gold has of value, but not as it was those times. Not as it was those times. Do that now. So, and also now that there's the advent of digital currencies, e-money, it means as though the value of paper money is beginning to reduce little by little, little by little, little by little. So money is now going digital. So without even having your cash with you, you can buy and you can even sell instantly. With the advent of internet, e-banking, and all of that, without even seeing physical money, you can pay for goods and services right there, right now. See that now. So the evolution of money is taking another dimension as well. We don't know where that one will head to, but I believe that one too will bring another disadvantage to humankind, and then people will see it as another. It is still money in the same sense, but maybe it will bring another disadvantage. Although it brings no flexibility, people will no longer walk around with cash, all of those things, but now it's still going to bring a lot of problems, especially internet fraud, internet theft, and cyber crimes. Many feel like that is going to introduce society, and people begin to scam people online like they've been doing before. It will now more increase on the daily basis. So these are the major things, this is major uh, crisis that money has brought to our society. So if you have more, if you learn more, and if you believe that there is more to this crisis, you can do well to drop them in the comment section, and do well to like, subscribe, and share this video for educational purpose for everybody to see it. So I believe that God will give us more understanding. And next time I come our way, I'm going to teach us on the 6 wrong motives of people towards money. The 6 wrong motives towards money. So be anticipating to hear that, because we're going to see the 6 different wrong motives people have towards money. Yes, that you see that people really have wrong motives towards money. And we're going to share that, and we're going to learn again for educational purpose. Until next time I come your way, stay blessed and stay strong. See you next time. Bye bye for now.